All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Today we're going to be talking about why men fall in love, and we're going to be reacting to my homie Ismael Gomez the third, not just the first. I haven't watched this video, but I got recommended this video, so we're going to see what he has to say. And don't forget, people, while you guys are watching this, Father Alex is in a meditation retreat for 10 days. So because of that, we're doing 50% off my course, Emotional Mastery, with the coupon code MIND, M-I-N-D. You guys can purchase that. It's a 5 to 6 week course on how to develop confidence through the art of meditation. Trust me, you guys never heard of a course like this ever before. People who watched it, there's a WhatsApp group you guys can join. It's really good, and I'm gonna be updating it once I come back from the meditation retreat. So you guys should definitely wait for that. And if you guys want to work with me one-on-one, you got to wait until I come back. Okay. All right. So with that being said, don't forget we also have a course called Charisma Blueprint. You can pre-order it right now in the description down below. Let's begin this.
Have you ever wondered how men fall in love? What goes inside their minds and hearts when they start to develop an infatuation? Throughout my years of personal experience and research, I tried to gain a deeper understanding of human relationships, right? And one of the things that I noticed is that although falling in love is a universal process,
we're gonna speed him up, people. He is not on crack. We're just speeding my boy up.
There's some key differences between the way that men and women behave during the love stages. So in this video, I want to share my insights with you, and by the end of it, I hope that you have a greater understanding of the male perspective on love, which can help you to navigate your own relationships. So grab a seat and let's dive in.
Stages of falling.
Now, let's take a closer look at the stages that we go through when falling in love. Understanding these stages can give us, valuable insights into the emotional journey that men experience. And according to the research of Dr. Helen Fisher, she's like a renowned biological anthropologist, love can be divided into 3 main stages. Okay, so pay attention to this. The first stage is called lust. And it's important to know that lust is not the same as love. It's driven by hormones like testosterone in men and estrogen in women. And lust is just like a temporary feeling on the desire for sexual gratification. It's a natural instinct, right? That helps.
Yeah, it's almost like lust is the equivalent of hunger, right? Where there's look at the dog. He's just running after the birds. Lust is what nature does to lure people in together. And that lust, I haven't watched this video. That lust usually lasts 1 or 2 months. And after the lust, then you start developing feelings. Because if you spend enough time with anyone, you develop feelings. You can spend spend 10 days with Satan, and you'll be like, you know what? Satan is kind of a funny guy, right? The point of lust is just to keep you long enough to develop a bond with the person. But let's see if it's true.
Helps us find potential partners for reproduction. Is when you see somebody and you really check them out and you're like, damn, I really want to be with that person, physically. So then there's stage 2, where we have attraction, also known as romantic love. During this stage, your focus and energy are directed towards that one person. You think about them constantly, right? And you crave their company. This stage is driven by 3 chemicals in our brain:
oxytocin, right?
Dopamine, and serotonin. It's like a powerful rush of energy and excitement. Scientists even compare this stage to addiction because it activates the brain's reward center, almost like the same as when people have cocaine. That's how impactful.
Yeah, it's almost like I can imagine the lust. Imagine drugs. The lust is wanting the high, and you get high. But then the attraction is when you're getting addicted and you keep returning. It's not just a one-time thing like most people do with a lot of drugs. Most people do drugs one time and don't do it, right? But when you keep repeating it, most likely that's like the attraction stage. And once you get hooked, once the neural pathways are created, and you can't go back, and you don't know why you keep taking the drug even though it's not making you high, that's your equivalent of love. But let's see what he has to say.
This is, and it has a strong impact in your emotions and behavior, right? So typically the attraction stage lasts from like 6 months to 2 years, and finally then we have stage 3, attachment. This is
the interaction stage
lasts from like 6 months to 2 years, and
I don't know. I mean, it's possible to fall in love with someone after 3 months, or 4 or 5 months. Actually, he's kind of right. Actually, it might take like 5 months, 4 to 5, 6 months. I don't know.
Finally, then, we have stage 3, attachment. This is a crucial stage for men seeking long-term relationships. It's a more stable and lasting form of love, right, compared to the intense attraction that you feel on that stage. And after around 4 years in the relationship, the initial infatuation starts to fade. Maybe you feel on that stage. And after around 4 years in the relationship...
4 years? The fuck? let's make sure I heard
relationship,
that
you know,
right.
the form of love, right? Compared to the intense attraction that you feel on that stage. And after around 4 years in the relationship,
Oh my God, he really did say 4 years. All right.
the initial infatuation starts to fade. Maybe you experienced this, right? However,
4 years though, dude? 4 years? What in the world?
something beautiful happens when this occurs, right? Two hormones, oxytocin and vasopressin, come into play, and they create a sense of attachment and nurture your bond with your partner. And don't think about, you know, there is healthy attachment, and don't think about this as codependency. This stage is about building a life together, you know, raising a family and finding contentment in each other's presence. Now, let me point out that love doesn't always follow, you know, a strict progression. This is not like a complete, you know, map that everybody follows. But while most relationships start with lust and then move into attachment, some guys may skip these two and go straight into attachment.
This is why looks are important, people. I'm sorry. Like, you gotta, ladies, you gotta keep, you guys are athletes. We are athletes. We are sexual athletes. And if you don't keep yourself in shape, they're not gonna give you another contract. The GM is not gonna renew your contract. A lot of people, and you know, I'm that coach to tell you guys because, you know, I care. A lot of you guys sound so accusatory. What do you mean, you guys? Are you fat shaming? No. Listen, man. A lot of people expect everything from people without doing anything. Me, if I want to attract the best person, I have to be in my best physical shape. That's just how it is. You can't, yes, it's possible for somebody to fall in love with you. I mean, it is possible, no matter how you look. But the options increase the more you take care of yourself. You know, your body's a temple. Too many of us treat it like shit. Too many of us are so violent towards oneself, where we just treat our bodies like it's just nothing. We give a shit that hurt it. Like, we gotta treat ourselves a little bit better. Yeah, anyways.
And this can happen in situations like arranged marriages, right? Where love and connection develop over time. Or some other guys may only feel lust and they never get to feel attraction and even less attachment. And that's when they, you know, stop replying to you, they pull away, or they ghost you. Never make a man chase you. I know some of the most popular videos that you ladies watch say things like how to make him chase you, right? Well, here's what you haven't thought about. A secure man will never chase. He will
Ismael, por favor, Ismael. Deja el juego, Ismael, ¿ok? Por favor. Let's see what he has to say.
Express that he's interested in you, but if you start playing hard to get or any other manipulative game, he will direct his attention somewhere.
That's bullshit, okay? Let me tell you something, man. I tell guys will chase. Listen, even if she is like playing hard to get, as long as she is receptive, like, play hard to get, but you can still be receptive. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know what he means manipulative. I don't know, but I just think that guys don't give a fuck. Honestly, I do. Let me see.
He can chase you, right? Well, here's what you haven't thought about. A secure man will never chase. He will express that he's interested in you, but if you start playing hard to get or any other manipulative game, he will direct his attention somewhere else. A man.
Yeah, no, we don't do that. Trust me, man. Guys don't have that many options where they'll just go somewhere else. Guys don't do that. Guys don't have that much options. Like, let's just keep it honest. Guys will have no options but to chase.
Man that chases you intensely is a man that likes the feeling of pursuing what's out of his reach. So once he has you, a few months or a few years may pass, but eventually, in most cases, he will have the drive to chase someone.
Tell me what relationship is forever. I mean, point to me one relationship that started 20, like all the relationships end. It's inevitable. So it's kind of like saying, oh, look, it ended. Okay, what? Oh, look, he died. Just because somebody died doesn't mean they're bad. Just because the relationship ended doesn't mean that you did something wrong. Like, everything has an end.
Else again. Now, let's dig deeper into how men actually fall in love. Like I mentioned before, you know, men and women have different chemical players, right, when it comes to falling in love. And one of the most important differences is the role of oxytocin, which, remember, oxytocin is as the chemical that creates kind of like a sense of attachment with the other person. And an interesting fact is that when men are in the early stages of dating, their testosterone levels actually tend to be higher. So this increase in testosterone blocks the bonding effects of oxytocin.
Yes, that's very true. And this is why guys sometimes objectify women, because their holy dizzy is so consumed with getting that pum pum that's all they see. They get tunnel vision. They get that tunnel vision, people, and it's almost like he can't really know if he likes you if his dizzy is consistently thinking about pounding that Alexis, calm down. Okay, that's inappropriate. Man, that's such a horrible. Oh,
And as the relationship progresses, actually, oxytocin gradually begins to play a more prominent role for men. So what does this mean? It means that genuine love takes a lot of time to develop in a man's brain, and it's not solely based on physical attraction. So if you want a man to experience the depths of love, you need to make sure that you build a strong emotional connection with him over time. Now, let's address a common misconception in society that men fall in love solely through physical intimacy, right? One of the experts I follow online, she's a biologist named Dawn Maslar, and you can check some of her work here on YouTube. She's got some TED Talks. But basically, she points out that the notion that men automatically fall in love in the bedroom is not entirely accurate. In fact, some men may even lose interest if intercourse happens too quickly. And this phenomenon is known as the Coolidge effect. This is a phenomenon observed in animals, where males lose interest in mating with the same female, but show increased interest in new females. And this effect can sometimes come into play when sex happens too quickly in human relationships, potentially leading to a loss of interest. However, it's important to note again that the Coolidge effect doesn't apply in every case, right? Men can still fall in love with women they have early sexual encounters with, but I would say it's less likely. And I
don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, it depends on culture. I could be wrong. I mean, I could see how the first date, whatever. But I've fallen in love with women who I've had sex in the first date. I mean, I'm not a judgmental person, but most people do. Most people are not like that, so maybe he's right.
I have experienced this in my own life where I slept with someone and right afterwards I realized that I only had lust for them and I completely lost interest in a week. That's why I always give the advice to wait to get to know each other better, especially if you're a woman trying to get to know a man, and let the initial lust stage fade out, because it's like if you swallow food, right, without chewing it first, you cannot really appreciate the taste of it. And let me confess to you that I've had a lot of casual sex in the past, and although it may have felt good, right, at the moment for a couple of hours or sometimes for a couple of minutes, I always craved something more, but I couldn't point out what it was because
sometimes a couple of minutes, sometimes. Come on, bro, stop it. It's usually a couple minutes.
I had not experienced it. Like I explained, in the lust stage, our testosterone levels are higher and we want to satisfy our needs. So a lot of men are not conscious enough to play the long game and they go for instant gratification, because doing the opposite is basically fighting against your animal instincts and hormones.
So it's kind of like when a man is consistently consumed with getting the holy poom poom, he's not even going to be listening to you. But once a man unloads his gun and there's nothing left in the barrel, then he has a mental space to connect with you. I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things that I am doubtful about, because I can see both sides. You know what I'm saying? And most likely this depends on culture, I think.
Especially when you find a woman quite attractive. And it's definitely an inner battle that a lot of men cannot, really face. And it took me almost a decade to realize that. But once I experienced profound intimacy and genuine love for a woman, I understood that, it took time for that to develop. And now, since I've been single for 2023, I try to abstain from sleeping with women that are not in a relationship with me. And I try to encourage other men and women like yourself to do the same. Okay.
I think so. But this is my problem with that, is that you might end up falling in love with somebody who doesn't love you. Because a guy does not know if he loves you if he just wants to bang. So you might say, okay, now I think he loves me. Now I think I like him. Let's have sex. You have sex. And then all of a sudden he realizes this whole time it was lust. But now you're in love. Now you love him. What are you going to do now? You can't just walk away. And that's the difficult part of applying this, is that he's totally right in concept. Conceptually he's right, but in application it's a little difficult, because he doesn't know if he loves you if he is consistently thinking about sex. That has such an overclouding effect on the brain that it's very difficult to tell the difference. So I don't know. What do you guys think in the comment section? You guys let me know. I could be wrong about this, people. Honestly, like I don't mind being wrong. It's just let me see what the comments say. When you level up on the spiritual path, my mom and grandma told me that when their men loved their wives whom had built houses for. I remember reading letters between Samet, two famous Arab poets. One poet wrote to each other, "We don't love those who help us, we love those we help." I'm not an expert. I'm still looking for answers, but it seems like what in general love what we invest, and invest in what we love. That's true. Yeah. I don't know. I have a video about how men fall in love, and it's not this point of view, but again, I could be wrong about this, to be honest with you. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget, If you guys ever want to work with me one-on-one, join our Patreon, people. We're not going to be posting in the next 10 days, but after I return, I should be posting more videos about the Robert Greene Book Club, okay? Anyways, take care, and I'll see you guys later.
Emotional mastery is out. This is my favorite course that I've created. It took me over 3 years. This course is everything that I teach. The mindfulness aspect of this channel, the most important aspect is, and if you are needy, if you're somebody who has an insecure attachment style, or an attachment style that sabotages your relationship, if you're unable to connect with people, if you have a lot of anxiety, because I also was a needy person. I also used to chase people when they used to pull away. If you're always baited into chasing when a guy pulls away and you cannot control that pattern, if your neediness always sabotages you, if you're too hard, emotionally too hard, or emotionally too soft, this course is the course for you. If you have a hard time applying the strategies that I teach, and you know what you have to do, but for some reason emotionally you can't, this course is specifically made for that. And the strategies that I've learned over the last 5 years are in this course. The basic package is a 5-week course. In each week, you're going to be able to join a WhatsApp group where you could contact me, and I'll help you out through the course, and you can ask me questions and I answer those questions on Zoom, or I'll make a video and add it to the course. But the point is, this course is specifically geared towards people who feel like they need to master their emotional life. So the basic package, as we can see here, this is all of the things we're going to learn on this course. And we have 3 packages. One, we have the basic package, which is $199. And the next package, $299, which is the bronze package, where so you get the 5-week course, you get the walking meditation, the compassion meditation, the breathing meditation. These are long meditation sessions that you guys can listen to. The what's next meditation, Jesus Christ, the teachings of the Buddha, which is pretty much a 4-week. It's not going to be 4 weeks, to be honest with you. We might extend it. We might make this course longer, like even a few months, to be honest with you. But for now, this is the course, 4-week series after the course that you get, where I will be teaching you guys straight from the teachings of the Buddha. It's like Bible class, people, because I was a Bible teacher before. Or you get the platinum package, where not only do you get all of those bonuses, but also you get a complimentary one-on-one call with me at half price, along with 3 bonus meditations on top of all of the ones that you have. The bronze package, $299, and the platinum package at $399. So click on the description down below to purchase it right now, and I'll see you guys inside. I swear to God, you do what this course says, neediness out the window. I am so sure you have a 14-day money-back guarantee. Because if you don't like the first 2 classes, people, the first 2 classes are one of the biggest bangers in terms of like spiritual content that you'll ever see. I know that for sure. And if you don't like the first 2 classes, unfortunately, you're not gonna like the rest of the course. I'll give you your money back, no questions asked. Because if you like the first 2 classes, I know for sure everything else in that course is going to be worth it, because they are the same quality and even better. I can promise you that, ladies and gentlemen. So click on the description down below where it says purchase emotional mastery, so that you can start with your first week and you can add yourself to the WhatsApp group, and I'll see you guys inside. I'm so excited for you.